Ganyan talaga ta klase yan, nakakaiya dan mga advertisements. Kaya ko man talaga ito. Okay, so this afternoon we will discuss the renal and urinary tract cancers. So along with prostate cancers, they are categorized under pelvic cancers. So an atong discussion nag-start aton coverage for the final examination, mag-start siya with breast, tapos coverage of course the pelvic, and kung ano man matapos naton nga discussion. Hopefully we can touch mga kaya pa until pediatric patients or mga CNS. CNS kasi ang haba-haba talaga ng CNS cancers, ang dami-dami. But anyway, so ito, yung sa gynae, wala siya igbutang di diha pelvic cancers, but normally they are under the pelvis gihapon. Gin-separate siya nga topic and gynae nga cancers kay mapuri man adto igbutang nga pelvic cancers kay unfair sa mga lalaki di ba pelvic tapos wala dito ang prostate. Wala man gynae ang mga lalaki. So gin-separate lang imbutang bisan wala man prostate ang babae imbutang siya dito pelvic cancer or pelvic malignancies. So, how's your case presentation? How's your preparation for case presentation going? Okay, so I hope you are preparing. So, medyo natong template nag-ipakita kay mas comprehensive siya kitaon ang template yan kaysa last year na parang nagkukulang-kulang ang data. So, you can select your own case, your own winning case. Kay kahit paano, bisan di man pumasok class pinning ceremony, may award. Mapagpakan ka dito, award, pero di rin naka-uniform in white. Okay, so part of our introduction to the renal and urinary tract cancers. So in 2005, the American Cancer Society estimated that there were more than 100,000 new cases of urinary cancer and more than 26,000 deaths. So urinary tract cancers include those of the urinary bladder, the kidney, the pelvis, ureters, and other urinary structures such as the prostate. Kasi kita ang prostate, aniya location kasi na encroach siya with the urinary bladder. Sa mga lalaki ito na wala man prostate ang mga babae kaya nakaproblema. So kaya ang category ni prostate na-under siya with pelvic cancers or cancer of the pelvis. Okay, so renal cancer. So renal cancers accounts for about 3% of all cancers in adults in the United States, and this is the 6th leading cause of cancer deaths. Kasi nangunguna naman talaga yan ng breast cancer followed by lung cancer. Okay, so number 6 si renal cancer. So it affects almost twice as many men as women. Direct maaram kung anong reason. Like nyo pagpakian. Kaya di ka babayin ibatak mapagaw. So in the United States, the incidence of renal cancer at all stages has increased in the past 2 decades. The incidence of renal cell carcinoma is higher both in men and women with increased body mass index. Kaya Jat? Diba, pag naging, uy, kuno sir, nakalasan, nakaturog na dito. Pag nagbubuyag ang tao, okay, so naghataas na niya incidence for renal RCC tawag niya RCC, renal cell carcinoma. So the most common type of RCC comes from renal epithelium and epithelium, so mostly mga lining membrane, and accounts for more than 85% of all kidney tumors. These tumors may metastasize early to the lungs, to the bone, liver, brain, and contralateral kidney. And one quarter of patients have metastatic disease at the time of diagnosis. So although enhanced imaging technique account for improved detection of early stage kidney cancer, it is known why the rate of it is not yet known why the late stage kidney cancer is higher. Okay, so let's come to the risk factors. Okay, number 1, we have gender. RCC, or again, renal cell carcinoma, is about twice as common in men as in women. Aditya reasons, nahatag na reason ni American Cancer Society. Men are more likely to be smokers. Nasugod daw yun. Wari man ako nag-name drop. Ha? Tanan na lang. Halos tanan na lang. Oo. Kaya talaga, ikaw at magiging specimen. Ikaw at magiging specimen talaga nga. Katawa kaliwat niyan ka. Okay, men are more likely to be smokers and are more likely to be exposed to cancer-causing chemicals at work, which may account for some of the difference. Halimbawa, not only smokers, but mga nagtatrabaho. Talagang sa manlaan may mekaniko nga babae. Yeah, mostly mga mekaniko, lalaki. So, mga nahinggop ng mga fumes, mga chemicals. Yan. Smoking, adi good. In-emphasize talaga, no? Aside from the gender, adi talaga ang smoking. So, smoking increases the risk of developing renal cell carcinoma. Damo man, not only the RCC. Kita man yun yung notes. Talaga, smoking, adi naliwat. Parang, talagsa ka lang parang pagbasa mo ng cancer, nag-expect kang smoking is already there as risk factor. So the increased risk seems to be related to how much one smokes. So the risk drops if the patient never stops smoking, but it takes many years to get the risk level of someone who never smoked. Kung halimbawa, we're talking about renal cell cancer, kung kung ganun ang case nga, pwede man ngayon, posible liwat mamatay siya sa ibang pathology or ibang cancer, not just about the RCC. We have occupational exposure. Ayun, naka-capital letters, fertilizer. Oo, so there nga maupay exposure. Tama ba? There man ako farmer. May mga fumes, I mean, parang may mga ginispray ya. Oo. Kaya somehow kita liwat nga mga consumers, sometimes dilap na upayan too much fertilizers. So many studies have suggested that workplace exposure to certain substances increase the risk for RCC. Some of these substances are cadmium, some herbicides, and organic solvents, particularly trichloroethylene. Okay, trichloroethylene, mga plastics industries. Next, we have the polycystic kidney diseases. Damo ini. We have the von Hippel-Lindau disease. We have the hereditary papillary renal cell carcinoma. We have the hereditary leiomyoma renal carcinoma. Ang haba naman nito. We have the Birt-Hagduby syndrome. We have the familial renal heart cancer. We have the hereditary renal oncocytomas and many more. So yun, mga na-enumerate dito under polycystic kidney diseases. Polycystic. So, may mga cyst na niya kidney. So kaya nga na-remind na liwat ako. At again na-remind na liwat ako. Actually kaya ako di man sa kidney, sa ano man kami sa gallbladder. Yeah. Anyway, so we have the von Hippel-Lindau VHL, von Hippel-Lindau disease. So people with this condition often tends to develop several kinds of tumors and cysts, fluid-filled sacs in different parts of the body, mga binanuhubag-hubag. Okay, so they have an increased risk for developing clear cell RCC, especially at younger age. Usually mga kabataan nga, mga hubag-hubag kung diin, may mga bursot kung diin, di ba fluid filled sacs or cyst. So, di rin siya kaya kidney na kikita, na manifest. Yung mga hubag-hubag, mata, ulo. Okay, so they may also have benign tumors in their eyes, in their brain, spinal cord, pancreas, and other organs. And a type of adrenal gland called the pheochromocytoma. So this condition is caused by mutation of the VHL gene, genetic siya. Diba? May mga BRCA2 gene, yan, diba, genetics damo. There are 4,000 known genes in the body. So yan, so pag halimbawa ang patient may VHL gene, that's important. Newborn screening is important para somehow na-detect ng mga gene, mga genetic codes. Next, we have the hereditary papillary renal cell carcinoma. So if you can see, venereal Landau disease, dire kay at sakit ato talaga kidney. Ano yung mga hubag-hubag, di ba? May hubag niya mata, may hubag ang brain, spinal cord, pancreas, and other organs. Next, we have hereditary papillary renal cell carcinoma. So people with this condition have a tendency to develop one or more papillary RCCs, but they do not have tumors in other parts of the body. So ito gyapon, same as the VHL or the von Hippel-Lindau, ano gyapon siya, genetics. So this disorder is usually linked to changes in the MET gene. Yes. Okay. Kala ko may ano pa, may von Hippel-Lindau disease. Simba Kells. Okay, next we have this hereditary leiomyoma renal carcinoma. So people with this condition develop smooth muscle tumors called leiomyomas. So myoma, fibroids of the skin and uterus in women. Yan. So kan nagkakamayoma, they have the higher tendency to develop RCC. And have a higher risk for developing papillary RCCs. So it has been linked to changes in FH gene. Mga genetics kasi ni genetics. Next, we have the PHD, Birt-Hagduby syndrome. So people with this syndrome develop many small benign skin tumors. Hubag-hubagya, papanit. And have increased risk of different kinds of kidney tumors, including the RCCs and oncocytomas. They may also have benign or malignant tumors of several other tissues. So ito, genetics gyapon. The gene linked to PHD is known as FLCN gene. Next, we have the familial renal cancer. So people with this syndrome develop tumors called paragangliomas of the head and neck regions. Yun. So, as well as tumors as pheochromocytomas of the adrenal glands and other areas. They also tend to get kidney cancer in both kidneys before age 40. So, it is caused by defects in the genes SDHB and SDHD. So these gene defects may also cause something called Cowden-like syndrome. Research nila ko na yung internet kung ano Cowden-like syndrome. People with this syndrome have a high risk of breast, thyroid, and kidney cancers. Okay, so next we have the hereditary renal oncocytomas. So people inherit the tendency to develop a kidney tumor called oncocytoma, which is almost always benign. Okay, so yun yung mga na-mention dito. So, yung iba, yung mga na-mention ditong mga risk factors. So, kung makita natin, mostly RCCs are genetics. So, nasa dugo. Nasa dugo lang yan. So, we have the clinical manifestations. So, many renal tumors produce no symptoms. Yeah, okay, so and are discovered on a routine physical examination as palpable mass. Nahubag. Sabi na, di ba, ang location ng kidney, di ba? Retroperitoneal, no? So the classic triad sign kasi tutulugurit mostly na-feel ng mga may mga RCCs. So 10% of the patients are hematuria. Ano hematuria? Okay, so blood in the urine, pain, of course, and mass in the flank. What is your flank? Where's your flank? Hain siya. That is the portion between the axis and the lower rib. So this is your flank. So usually hematuria, tapos the pain and your mass in the flank somehow it's palpable. So the usual sign that calls attention to the tumor is a painless hematuria. Parang normal na lang, naihindugo. So di rin yan siya maupay. Okay, or halimbawa ikaw, napansin mo talaga, do not neglect these things guys. If there are times that you feel like, may dugo mo na akong urine, kay di rin siya maupay nga sign. Kung maaluan dugo. Nakikita diri oray iton oray niya mafi-feel like nga. Oo, nakikita man di ba ko may blood. Ano, alin? Oo, marang kahalo lang. Anyway, di naman nakasaling ano nga, talaga, cancer siya. Pero if these things happen to you, if mas mapay pa, ano, consult na, wala mawawara at least, ano, maupay ka lugod. Either, ano, ba, UTI, UTI pa. Wala ganito. Okay, so which may either be intermittent and microscopic. Ano intermittent? Diba, intermittent, on and off. Pag-ihiyan na, waray naman. Tapos balik na liwa. Or, sabi niya, intermittent and microscopic, or continuous and gross. Talagang, an intermittent, parang, dugo ba? Ito parang dire ka sure. And continuous and gross, talagang pag kita mo, parang dugo naman at naihi. Yeah. Ang mga lalaki, makulba man ito, kaya bayan kasumad niya, alam, may prostate cancer. Ala ka dyan. Damotin mo risk. Okay. Next, there are many dull pain in the back. Kay maram kita atong kidney, di man na back. From pressure produced by compression of the ureter, extension of the tumor in the perineal area, or hemorrhage into the kidney tissue. So, sabi dito sa ating book, makaka-feel siya ng colicky pain that occur if a clot or mass tumor passes down the ureter. Ano colicky? Parang ano ba, parang ano mo mga tinaigin, iipit. Colic, diba colic? So meaning parang intestine related ano yung pain. But an symptoms is a presentation of RCC. So symptoms from metastasis may be the first manifestation of renal tumor and may include unexplained weight loss, diri ka man nag-gym, diri ka man nagda-diet, talagang naghugos ka la. Increasing weakness and anemia. Pero hiyan na dire pa man ano, dire man ito ano ko. Dire man ito ano, unexplained weight loss. So, what are the diagnostic procedures? So, the diagnosis of renal tumor may require IV urography, anong IVU, IVP, special radiographic contrast. I hope you already know this thing. Diba? So, i-inject ang contrast. So, may timing naton. So, paki-review na la, pero ano ang time for visualization of the kidney, anong time for visualization of the ureter, anong time for visualization of the urinary bladder. IVP, intravenous pyelography or urography. Okay, iba tinatawag. May tinatawag man kita ng mga retrograde pyelography. Have you heard that? Heard la. Heard la, okay. Ano ko record okay. So, iba ba itong tinatawag di ba nga retrograde pyelography? Kasi ang retrograde na oppose kita ang flow. Instead nga IV, ang natin pag-inject ng contrast is ato talaga ay urethra. Okay. Tapos, ang contrast papasa ka. Okay. Ganun. That's the difference. So, cystoscopic examination. So, most probably cystoscopic. So, ano yung mga urine analysis, urine culture. Nephrotomogram. You know what's tomogram? Parang ano siya, parang x-ray machine siya, pero it keeps, it keeps on moving. Dire siya CT scan na. Kasi, ang CT, makita man, di ba, ano mag-CT scan, may gantry. Ang tomogram, x-ray tube la siya. Sige siya, rotate. Okay. Renal angiogram. Okay, may damang kamay niya, DSA, di ba? Digital subtraction angiography. Yung subject, IR. Okay, so, kasi may mga arteries naton, di ba? Right? Mga renal arteries. Of course, ultrasonography or a CT scan. This test may be exhausting for patients already debilitated by the systemic effects of the tumor, or as well as elderly patients and those who are anxious about diagnosis and outcome. Dahil ako sure ha, kasi for sure, dahil ako sure kung aaruan pa inin BUN yan, creatinine. Ano kami ito? Kasi contrast procedure. Dahil ako sure kung for patients with kidney cancer or suspected for kidney cancer, aaruan pa yan BUN crea. Di ba? Kaya kailangan Pag inject kasi contrast, kailangan igiihi supposedly ang contrast. Diba? So, kaya gin-identify natin ang BUN and creatinine, blood urea nitrogen, and the creatinine level of the patient para masabtan natin that capable ba siya mag-excrete or excrete ang urine. Otherwise, posible magkameron allergy. Yeah. So, dere ako sure kasi ang diagnosis kasi dito kidney cancer. So, normally abnormal talaga, abnormal na talaga ang kidney. So, pag-consult nila ko na doctor. Okay, so again, this test may be exhausting for patients already debilitated by systemic effects of a tumor, as well as for elderly patients and those who are anxious about diagnosis and outcome. So what are the clinical management for RCC or the renal cell carcinoma? So a radical nephrectomy, dinalawat itong mga radical, may dinalawat modified, may dinaliwat. So a radical nephrectomy is the preferred treatment if the tumor can be removed. If, again, may naputang nila, if the tumor can be removed. So this procedure, or this includes removal of the kidney and tumor, adrenal gland, surrounding perinephric fat, angerotas fascia, and lymph nodes. Damot tatanggalon. Next procedure, we have this laparoscopic nephrectomy. This can be performed for removal of the kidney with small tumor, and this procedure incurs less morbidity and shorter recovery time. So aside from that, of course, may the radiation therapy, chemotherapy may be used along with surgery. Okay, we have immunotherapy. So may be useful or helpful for patients with bilateral tumors or cancer of a functional single kidney, nephron-sparing surgery or the partial nephrectomy, parang lalaklapan lang, no? May be considered. Favorable results have been achieved in patients with small local tumors and the normal contralateral kidney. Okay, so nephron-sparing surgery is increasingly being used to treat patients with solid renal lesions. So the technical success rate of nephron-sparing surgery is excellent, and the operative morbidity and mortality are low. Anot morbidity and anot mortality? What's the difference between the two? The health sector, kung halimbawa magtrabaho na ka mo ng hospital, sometimes you will be involved with mga tinatawag natin yung mga M&M report, morbidity and mortality. So, ginihap dito, parang nag-case presentation din, istadihan niyo ang case, gano'n, bakit gano'n, yan. Tapos, aside from that, and totality and yung mga M&M, morbidity and mortality, ano trending yun nga sakit, ano trending ang nakakamatay. Kaya kita niyo, may statistics kung ano leading cause, ano leading cancer, death, and kasi every now and then mga health professionals, okay, so may mga reports ito niya, morbidity and mortality, ayan, M&M tawag ito naton. Parang nag-case presentation yan eh. Kaya hindi niya aton gin-expose namon kamo with mga ganun, mga case studies kay para pag trabaho na niyo. Dali niyo, di ba? Okay, patients with upper tract transitional cell carcinoma may benefit from laparoscopic nephroureterectomy. So, kidney plus ureter ang tatanggalon, ano? So, laparoscopic kasi in a way, ang pag-agian instrument na i-remove is through laparoscope. So, ang tatanggalon, kidney plus ureter. Although it is lengthier surgical procedure, it has the same efficacy and is better tolerated by patients than open nephroureterectomy. Maraming kita, di ba, a person can survive with just one kidney. Di ba nga, hindi babalikin ng halatera kidney para makapalit scooter. iPhone. Aha. Ano? Kidney transplant, ano man? Direct ganun ka, sir. Pag-aram ko lang kasi ito, kailangan mag-match something like that.
Siguro pag nag-match na nga, di ba?
Oo.
Pag match na nga sila, parang, halimbawa, yung isa namin iba, problema, liver transplant.
Dire ko ganun ka ano yung ka-aware. More liver transplant na studyhan. But anyway, diba, a person can still survive naman with just one kidney. Kaya nga, pag halimbawa, pag matanggal ang kidney, anong gamit? Pati ureter. So, sometimes, din-remove na laliwat pati ang ureter. Kaya may laparoscopic nephroureterectomy. Ha? Dialysis, di rin man din dialysis good. Jugular man, mostly. Oo, may jugular way dialysis. Di ba dialysis blood? It aton oo. Very good, mostly kidney. Oo. So actually itong kidney kasi damot function, di ba? Filter good talaga. Filtering mechanism kidney. But you know what kasi if you are if a person is is high blood, mostly kasi kintatamaan talaga yan kidney. Para kasi na-reverberate, parang ginbabalbag ka talaga ito. Kaya kung high blood ka, di-retreated, ito nga mostly may mga nagkakamatay because nagki-kidney failure. Kasi di rin na nakakasara ang era kidney in ng dugo. So for dialysis, di rin ang kidney ang ginilip. Okay, so mostly mga jugular vein, ganun. Not in the kidney itself. Okay, we have the renal artery embolization. So ito sa sa interventional radiology, embolization. Di ba may tinatawag tayong mga coil embolization, diba? So in patients with metastatic renal carcinoma, the renal artery may be occluded to impede the blood supply to the tumor and thus kill the cells. So after angiographic studies are completed, a catheter is advanced into the renal artery and embolization versus of course, this is to cure emboli, di ba? Emboli. Most emboli, tutunawon man emboli, di ba? Ano emboli, di ba? Emboli or embolus, di ba? Tutunawon siya kay embolization. So, after which, may mga natunaw na, tama ba? I forgot if magbubutang kita din instant. Okay, so let's see. This is advanced to the renal artery and embolizing material or the gel foam and autologous blood clots still are injected into the artery and carries with arterial flow to include okay, lang embolization kasi didi mag-create kita ng artificial na embolus. So kung halimbawa daw dito after angiography artery, so embolizing agent are injected into the artery and carried with arterial blood flow to occlude the blood tumor to the vessels mechanically. So kung halimbawa this portion has this portion has cancer, so i-occlude natin dida ang blood flow. So bubutangan niya sa sarupan ito dida ang blood flow. Sa sarupan ng something. So tama ta embolization. Okay, para inin nga cancer, waray niya magiging blood supply, di rin na siya magtutubo. So tatabunan siya dida. Okay. Kaya putahan siya embolization. Magke-create kita in artificial nga embolus. So for that blood vessel, waray na siya blood flow. So ang cancer, di rin na siya matubo. That is renal artery embolization. So ginda-divert taan blood flow. Okay. So that's the function of renal artery embolization. Ang iba kasi, nakita ko nga video, pag waray na siya blood supply, nakupos siya. Nawawara. Pwede ka tanggalon pero an era din ni waray mo na blood supply and cancer para mas madali siya tanggalon. Okay. Next we have of course radiation therapy. So radiation therapy is the management of renal cell carcinoma of the kidney. This has been tried for many years as preoperative, post-operative, solitary, or as palliative measure, and its role is still uncertain. So treatment fields generally include renal bed and para-aortic lymph nodes while sparing as much liver as possible. So the dose is in order of 4,500 to 5,000 centigrade. The role of radiation therapy in the management of tumors in the renal pelvis and ureters is still undefined. Kaya wala pa nanawag na gold standard. Again, na-follow kita with the protocol of the hospital. Theoretically, preoperative radiation therapy may prevent dissemination of tumor cells during the surgical procedure and sterilize subclinical diseases. So that's for preoperative. So meaning, aton radiation therapy is gagamit siya in conjunction talaga with surgical operation. So post-operative radiation therapy could possibly sterilize microscopic disease left behind at surgery. So the treatment fields should include the entire length of the involved ureter. Wala ba, ano? Okay, so last, we have last. Next, we have, do you have any questions for the RCC or the kidney? So, wala na masyadong discussion on mga uretera, they're not that significant here. Siguro dire ganun ka-common sa yung tanggal ko, mas mapas. Next, we have the cancer of the urinary bladder. Cancer of the urinary bladder is more common in people 50 and 70 years. So it affects more men than women. So 4:1. Upat nga lalaki sa'yo nga babae. Ba makunong gayni, takas naman ko ng mga babae. So this is more common in Caucasians than in African Americans. Caucasians and mga Caucasians, mga white complexions. Mga African Americans, mga paratanda rito, mga black complexion. And brown. Ha? Ang mga brown, ang tawag ko era. Diba, may Caucasian versus, ano term? Ano yan? Choco na gatas? Gatas na choco. Di ba term era, Hispanic, mga Hispanic. So, bladder cancer is the fourth leading cause of cancer deaths in American men, accounting for more than 13,000 deaths in the United States annually. So, bladder has a high worldwide incidence. So, bladder cancer combined with prostatic cancer is the most common urologic malignancy, accounting for 90% of all tumors seen. Cancers arising from the prostate, the colon, and rectum in males, and from the lower gyne tract in females. Parang ano siya, common seed, melting pot, ito urinary bladder, karadtuan siya. Okay, so ato nagme-mets, una nga na mets. So, we have the risk factors. What do you expect? Una, smoking. Smoking is the most important risk factor for bladder cancer. So smokers are 3 times as likely to get bladder cancer as non-smokers. Ano dyan, kaya pa? So smoking causes about... So smoking causes about half of the bladder cancer in both men and women. So when smokers inhale, some of the carcinogens in the cigarettes are absorbed from the lungs and get into the blood. Ay, manong kita, ginlilimpyuhan, dugo. So from the blood, they are filtered by the kidneys and they are concentrated in the urine. So these chemicals in the urine can damage the cells that lie inside the bladder, which increases the chance of cancer development. Next, we have chemical exposure. Yan, para tada example, nga titina yung buhok. Yan, nagpapa-hair color para mas maganda. So, ngayon siya. Risk siya for, sorry lang Francis. So, risk niyan siya for urinary bladder cancer. So, certain industrial chemicals have been linked with bladder cancer. Chemicals called aromatic amines such as benzidine and beta-naphthylamine, which are sometimes used in dye industry, yung mga buhok-buhok, And then, di ba, may pagka-bitter kami di, pa-black ito, black. Ano, di rin kami, for practice. Okay man po. Pero kaya ang trending ano, fashion, labi na ang mga nagko-color blue, may pagka-violet, gano'n yan. Oo. Ano ba, Casey Tandingan, di ba? Oh, next time, para ka na nga adan. Parang ano nga ni, Inside Out nga movie nga ni Joy. Di ba? So, workers in other industries that use organic chemicals also be at risk for bladder cancer if exposure is not limited by good workplace safety practices. Kaya kamo gyapon diri man maupay nga ano, diri man maupay gyapon nga sige kang patina. Labi na ang mga nagtatrabaho kay labi na, di ba? Ikaw nga ni nga sige kan pa pakulo rin buhok, may risk ka for bladder cancer. Asay pa ba ang nagtatrabaho ngadto? So, the industries carrying highest risk include the makers of rubber, yan, parang kanda servo, may plastic. Si sir ko, no, si sir. So, leather, textiles, and paint products, as well as printing companies. Mga fumes nga na i-inhale, dirin siya maupay. Other workers with an increased risk of developing bladder cancer include painters, hairdresser, and truck drivers because of the heavy exposure to diesel fumes. Next, low fluid consumption. Diri ka kuno fluid consumption niya tinutukoy di diha tubig. Diri Red Horse, diri juice, diri Cobra, diri Coke. So there is no substitute for water because water is the universal solvent. Okay. Dasi mo ano? Rugby? Ano rugby? Har. So not drinking enough fluids may increase the risk of bladder cancer. Di ba yan natin yung itaton slogan niya na keep hydrated. Para kuno diri magkasay kay di ba heat index kanina na siya ka kuno estudyante second year naka-jacket. Ha? Kanina talaga naman ako nga. Ano, diri ka nakakaabot heat index at katarman nga, na 42 degrees Celsius. Sir, kuno kay mapinit, hala, sige, kay prito tayo ikaw niyan dito. Amo, ay. May ganun ba yun? Kilikili man nila, kaya ano nga naka-jacket ko. Ay la. Papaamoy ko kan bikaryo. Di ba dapat keep hydrated? Di ba pwede din yung eskulahan liwat? Di ba kay hatas mati heat index? Di ba pwede man kita sa mga keep ventilated? Di ba? Di ba? Di ba? Ha? Yan, nakalimutan niya. Agi-agi tulad kanina yung bricks. Dapat nagsugat ko. So people who drink a lot of fluids each day have a lower rate of bladder cancer. This is thought to be because of they empty their bladders often. So by doing this, they keep chemicals from lingering from their bodies. So ama talaga keep hydrated kay di ba? May data bakit keep hydrated because we secure the concept of homeostasis, no, the constancy of the internal environment of course the human body. Okay. Next, we have the risk factor is metastasis. Sabi natin kanina, di ba, mostly dito nagsiseed ang mga cancers sa ibang parts. Cancers arising from the prostate, colon, and rectum, males have a higher risk for bladder cancer. And we have other factors include bladder stones, high urinary pH, high cholesterol intake, and radiation therapy. Okay, can be a risk for urinary bladder cancer. So manifestation. So bladder tumors usually arise at the base of the bladder and involve urethral orifices and bladder neck. So, visible, painless hematuria. Parang kanina ba nga na, parang normal na lai ang nag-ihi siyang dugo. This is the most common symptom of urinary bladder cancer. And infection of the urinary tract is a common complication producing frequency, urgency, and dysuria. However, any alteration in voiding or change in the urine may indicate cancer of the bladder. Okay, so pelvic or back pain may occur with metastasis. Pelvic or back pain. Okay, clinical management. So, wala yan nag-discuss nga diyan nag-discuss nga diyan mga diagnostic procedures. It could be the same as the 4 RCCs. And sa IVP kasi may dito timing. May timing yan for how many minutes ng kidney, how many minutes and ureters, how many minutes and urinary bladder. May kita kasi nito. And yan, may mga makuri man ini retrograde pyelography kay nagsususpect kita in bladder cancer. Makuri ni siya ipaagi ang contrast sa iya urethra. Tapos iko-coat kukurian. So usually urine culture possibly. Okay, treatment of the bladder cancer depends on the grade of the tumor, the degree of cellular differentiation, the stage of the tumor growth, or the degree of local invasion, and the presence or absence of metastasis. And the multicentricity, or having many centers of the tumor, the patient's age, and the physical, mental, and emotional status are considered when determining treatment modalities. So, depende gyapon na hospital depende sa hospital kung kaya itong may there itong modality. May naghahanap kita ng ganun nga operation diri nga naga-perform. Of course, number 1, surgical management. Ayan, so may tinatawag kita diding transurethral resection or fulguration or cauterization. Actually kasi an akon file na may mga picture talaga na kurap, kapay na lang may duplicate app na PowerPoint, kaya anak ko na ginagamit yan na hindi pa nga waray mga picture. So, these procedures eradicate the tumor through surgical incision or electrical current with the use of instruments inserted through the urethra. Parang i-open dito ang urethra, tapos dito kita man tatanggalan. Dito maagi ang instrument. Hindi naman sa bagay, talaga. Pero kung may may anesthesia, you know what, may pasyente he was like 13 or 14 years old. Tapos, ang procedure is retrograde pyelography. And then, naluyak ang pasyente ba kay, syempre, bata pa siya, tapos, ang retrograde pyelography kasi, kakatiter mo talaga itong titing. So, kakatiter, tapos, of course, magkatiter na, dito mo ipapaagi ang contrast para ma-visualize an urinary bladder, urethra. Ang bata naluwi, kay talaga, niya reaction talaga, nasusuulan talaga siya. Pag-catheter, waray. Tapos nakangkalang catheter, para man pag-catheter. Yun, ito lang, kay talaga, kung mga parang kung amoy niya ni mula to sa nimo pag kasi pagbutang catheter, man ito, ma-distend. So, masasakitan talaga. Ini nga procedure, of course, cauterization, may dagat siguro ini anesthesia. Kaya ada nila maaging instrument, tapos ito man. Diba? Pag catheter, makakaabot man kami ito. Ha? Pag mag-catheter, usually, okay, may mga procedures man kita nga catheter, mostly, barium enema. Gubot. Parang parang everyday, mapagal naman ini, catheter. Ma'am, ginawala ba ma'am tapos syempre kay i-inject mo pa ng air. Pag-inject din air, tapos try mo kung matatanggal o diri. Magana. Yan na parang limited na lang may nag-barium enema. O yan, gloves ka, tapos butang mo gel, ang catheter, pagaro ganyan mo, tapos open. Okay, so after this bladder sparing surgery, intravesical administration. Okay, so may igahat, igi-immunize siya, intravesical administration of Bacilli calmette-guerin or the BCG is the treatment of choice. So BCG is an attenuated live strain of Mycobacterium bovis. This is a causative agent for tuberculosis. So the exact action of BCG is unknown, but it is thought to produce a local inflammatory as well as systemic immunologic response. So parang gini-immunize ang urinary bladder, BCG. So management of the superficial bladder cancers presents a challenge because there are usually widespread abnormalities in the bladder mucosa. So the entire lining of the urinary tract or the urothelium is at risk because of the carcinomatous changes can occur in the mucosa of the bladder, the renal pelvis, the ureter, and urethra. So about 25 to 40% of superficial tumors recur after transurethral resection or fulguration. Nabalik niya yung So 25 to 40% they can recur or nabalik. Okay. So patients with benign papillomas should undergo cytology and cystoscopy periodically for the rest of their lives because of aggressive malignancies may develop from these tumors. So we also have the procedure, a simple cystectomy. Ectomy. So meaning i-remove. No. So simple cystectomy or radical cystectomy is performed for invasive or multifocal bladder cancer. So radical cystectomy in men involves removal of the urinary bladder, the prostate, the seminal vesicles, and immediate adjacent perivesical tissues. Damon tatanggalon diri lang ngayon ang urinary bladder. So in women, radical cystectomy involves mas mo bladder, lower ureter, uterus, fallopian tube, ovaries, anterior vagina, and urethra. Masugalit asawa, Dok. Bilin. So it may include removal of the pelvic lymph nodes. So removal of the bladder requires urinary diversion procedure. Nga di rin na siya maihidid. Di ba? Pumunta na siya ba? At ha? Oo, ito kasi iba ito kay may mga talagang iba inborn na ayun, may urinary diversion gyapon. So di rin na siya waray natanggal na tanan. So although radical cystectomy remains the standard care for invasive bladder cancer in the United States, researchers are exploring trimodality therapy. Trimodality, so meaning tulo. Usually, transurethral resection or tinatawag natin nga fulguration or cauterization. Tapos, we have the radiation therapy and we have the chemotherapy. So, operahan, radiation therapy, tapos chemo, trimodality technique. So, in an effort to spare patients for need for cystectomy. Kasi cystectomy, damang tinatanggal. Dere lang kay urinary bladder. So, kay masugad man asawa, Dok, maray. Ayan, sige. No, this approach to transitional cell bladder cancer mandates lifelong surveillance with periodic cystoscopy. Okay, so from time to time, may talaga ng animo on patient. May mga follow-up, cystoscopy. If I'm not mistaken, it's like di hapon. May monitor sa TV, tapos may endoscope, camera, kitaon nito. Endoscopy. Yes. So although most patients respond completely and their bladders remain free from invasive relapse, 1/4 develop relapse of non-invasive disease. Relapse nga ni recurrence or relapse. Bumalik. So this may be managed by transurethral resection of the bladder tumor and intravesical therapies, but carries an additional risk that a late cystectomy be required. Okay, so next we have the investigational therapy. Investigational, dere pa siya gold standard. In-experimentuhan pala siya. So the use of photodynamic techniques in treating superficial bladder cancer is under investigation. This procedure involves systemic injection of photosensitizing material, what we call the hematoporphyrin, which the cancer cell picks up. Then a laser-generated light changes the hematoporphyrin in the cancer cell into a toxic medication. This process has received renewed interest with regulatory approval of several photosensitizing drugs and light applicators as potential palliative and curative treatments. Of course, we have the radiation therapy. So in the United States, most muscle-invading bladder tumors are treated with total cystectomy. Talagang tinanggal ang urinary bladder. Nabasa natin kanina, no? Radiation therapy is limited to patients with diffuse, multicentric lesions, medically or surgically inoperative patients, or patients who prefer organ preservation. So, parubahan case breast cancer, na nagparantera siya, kaya nadiri siya matanggalan niya suso. So here, kung nadiri tanggalan talaga niya urinary bladder and some organs, so radiation therapy is the preferred one. So, preoperative radiation therapy delivering 5,000 centigrade in 5 weeks. 1,600 centigrade fractions or 2,000 centigrade in 1 week has been used. So primary radiation therapy is more commonly used in Europe than in the United States. So the role of chemotherapy or for organ preservation is currently being studied. Radiation therapy usually consists of 3-field technique using anterior and opposed lateral fields. Why posterior? Okay. In some large patients, the addition of posterior field with low weighting may be necessary. Large patients lang, So the simulation procedure is similar to that described for gynae tumors. Yan na kasi guys, storya tak mga estudyante, diri na kasi parang nga nag-x-ray, portal image na tinatawag nato. Yan na kasi more of na siya, digital. So tinatawag na niya nga EPID. Yeah. EPID, Electronic Portal Imaging Device. Parang, oray na rin mga, dati kasi nang ginihi mo, x-rayan mo na yung pasyente tapos hindi siya shape ang tumor. So yan na naka-ano na siya, naka-digital na siya, naka-EPID. So the simulation procedure, So however, bladder contrast is necessary in order to determine the size and position of the bladder. It is often beneficial to treat the patients with an empty bladder, thus reducing bladder size. So if the whole pelvis is to be treated, parang same sa gynae. The anterior field usually extends inferiorly to the lower aspect of the obturator foramen and the cephalad margin to include the common iliac lymph nodes or all L4, L5 interspace. Diba mostly ang aton na mention pag mga pelvic, gynae, pelvic, prostate. Okay. So this margin is often brought down to L5S1 interspace if the patient is also receiving chemotherapy. But L4, L5, kasi sometimes nag-expect kita nga may metastasis. So the lateral margins should extend approximately 1.5 to 2 centimeter beyond the widest aspect of the bony pelvis. And the lateral fields should have the same caudal and cephalad margins, yon L5S1 or L4, L5, tapos few centimeters down the obturator foramen. So the lateral field should have the same The anterior margin should include the bladder and at least 1.5 centimeter margin, and the posterior margin should transect the rectum. So 10 ml or 10 cc of rhinographin is inserted in the bulb of the Foley catheter, and 60 ml or 60 cc of rhinographin diluted with 50-50 in saline, 50% and contrast, 50% anhydrous or saline solution is inserted into the bladder along with 10 ml cc of air. Ini pag pala ini ha pag delineate ang bladder, pag shape sa urinary bladder. For the purpose of air which will rise to the top is to define the anterior extension of the urinary bladder. Makuri kasi di ba makuri siya egg shape kaya halimbawa kung empty ang urinary bladder, kailangan pupunuan muna naton ang urinary bladder, i-distend naton. Kaya may mga hinahatag kita ini nga mga contrast, rhinographin, may ginhatag na saline solution, NSS dextrose, tapos may air para ma-delineate or ma-define ka ang urinary bladder. So the anterior field should not include the femoral head and